Hello and welcome back. This is my channel. My name is Caroline McGrath and this channel is all about self-development, healing, light and love. I want to talk today about why do we self-sabotage? Why? It's all down to self-love. How have we lost ourselves? Why do we not love ourselves? Where is our self-confidence? Where is our self-esteem? And I want to talk about that deeply. When we self-sabotage, we start to create bad habits. We create addictions and we also create disease. We also create issues, overeating. We tend to exercise excessively. Some people deal with self-sabotage a lot different. Some people use substances, some people will turn to food, some people will just completely react wrong, basically. Self-sabotage is kind of like a reaction that you have learned yourself that has now become a habit. That is how you've been reacting to your problems or your past or even the future. If you get anxiety and you don't know how to deal with that, then you self-sabotage. And it all comes down to self-love, self-worth, confidence, self-esteem. I don't know about most other cities in the world, but I'm sure it happens in other cities too. But for my little city, for Belfast, it kills me so much when people speak about how they're afraid to do something, how they're afraid to look, how they're missing out on opportunity because of their self-esteem. They do not feel good enough. They don't think they can accomplish something and their confidence is so low. And that really, it hurts because I just know that we are all here. We all have a purpose. You're here, you have a purpose, you're here for a reason. You're unique. Never underestimate your uniqueness. Your flaws are what defines you. You are that person because you have a greater power for something else to do. And if you're going through life with no confidence in yourself and disbelieving that you cannot be better or you cannot do a certain thing, then you're missing out. You're not living, and you have to be truthful with yourself now. You have to be truthful to understand that your thoughts have been completely out of line. So the first thing we want to do with self-sabotage, when you think about yourself, and again in Belfast, when a problem occurs, you get emotional, you have heartache, you have a hard day's work, you turn to alcohol, you turn to substances, you turn to a cigarette, you turn to food, you turn to excessive exercise and all those things that people turn to. And that's not consciously, that is more of an autopilot response that we are doing. If you just recognize what you do when times get tough, what is your habit? What is your turn to? What is that? What do you go to? I can guarantee you will understand that you're self-sabotaging. So what can we do? We can start by acknowledging what our habits are that we turn to when we self-sabotage. Just acknowledge. Don't judge them. Don't try and change them. Just acknowledge them. Doing this is step number one. Acknowledge those habits you turn to when you're in self-sabotage. And so you've acknowledged those. So now you want to recognize those habits. Recognize those triggers that has formed that habit. So is it emotion? Is it fear? Is it anger? What are your triggers? What creates you to self-sabotage? When you understand your triggers, this is you being mindful and consciously aware of what is about to send you into that downward spiral. Now, I'm telling you this because I hope that you want to change your self-sabotaging self. I hope you want to be your best self. I hope you want to achieve things, have goals, and just change you cannot get any further in your life if you are still doing the same thing over and over and over again. How do you expect to get results? How do you expect to change your situation? How do you expect to be whatever it is you want to be? And if you don't know what you want to be, you should start thinking about those things. You can't force your purpose upon you. Your purpose will come to you at the right time. But if you write a list out of things that you enjoy and things that you don't, and start being truthful with yourself, start understanding that you're not a sheep. Most people in Belfast here are being sheep. I was a sheep once before, so I understand. We do things out of autopilot response. Like I say, the weekends, everybody gets drunk, everybody goes to a party, everybody wants to have a good time in the wrong ways. And that's because you're a sheep. You follow others, you think it's okay, it's acceptable. Maybe your mum, your father, your aunties, your sisters, your friends, they all do that, and that's just acceptable. But if you really look into yourself and go from a place of truthfulness, be true to you, and you know yourself, what is right and what is wrong, and is that in line with your goal, with your purpose, with who you want to be? If it isn't, you know what to do. So now you've understood your triggers, you've understood that we self-sabotage because we have no self-esteem, no confidence, and no self-love. So what can we do to change that? Today I felt really impelled to speak about Belfast because people who want to do better for themselves, people who want to do something new, are always afraid of what others are going to say and think, because this community is so judgmental. And if you really work deep down in your inner self and understand that those people don't matter, who are they? They're nothing to you. Let them say and do those things that they're going to say and do. Don't let that affect your energy and the person you want to be, because they're stopping you from being your best self. Their opinions, if you're thinking about them and what they're going to say and what they're going to do, is stopping you from maybe being the best version of you. And if you have children like me, you don't want your children to know that you're afraid of what others think. You have fear in case you can't do well and you fail. Failure is good. We fail, then we succeed. We need to have failure to grow and develop and become a better person and learn. Failure is good, so don't stress by failing, because everybody fails. I have failed 1,000,000 times over and over and over. But this little city is filled with judgmental attitudes. And hopefully watching this, a lot of my followers are from Belfast, and they will understand that, recognize when you're judging a person. What's that doing for you? You're being a sheep. Are you sitting in a crowd of people where they're speaking about another person, and that other person, you know that it's wrong that they're talking about that person? Do you just sit back and let that happen? Or do you say, no guys, stop, that's not right? Or, remove yourself from that situation. Because talking bad about others is lowering your vibe for one, but it's not right. And it really can hurt and affect people's mental health. We understand now cyberbullying, the extreme measures of people being bullied and picked on, and how it's affecting their mental health. And now I know, because I work with a lot of people who are afraid to go put themselves out there and do something that they love, because they're afraid of what others think. So So being conscious of your words. Be conscious of your words. It's so important. I talk about the universal laws. I talk about how our thoughts create our reality, and our feelings and our emotions are all tangled together. But what are you doing for you? What are you saying to you? Do you understand that each day you're probably looking in the mirror and wanting to change how you look, and that's okay to want to better yourself? But are you constantly telling yourself that you're ugly, you're fat, your skin is terrible, you need extensions, you need your lashes, you need your fake nails? I know in the pandemic everybody is ranting and raving about how ugly they are. Stop telling yourself those things. You need to start talking to yourself with self-love. Start with you. If you can't love you, you can't love others properly. And if you start by focusing on self-love, then you will slowly create healthier habits, and self-sabotaging will disappear. It will just pass on by. And if you're starting today for self-love, what can I explain to you? The best way to start by self-love is understanding how you talk to yourself. This is a little task that I want to leave you with. Look in the mirror every single morning. Say 3 things that you love about you. Smile at yourself. You might find this really weird and cheesy, but it's important to self-love. Like, just love who you are. Be so in love with who you are. Start today. Look in that mirror. Say, I'm so beautiful. I'm confident. I'm so strong. I am all of the amazing things that you are. But then you could go and say things like, my ears are beautiful. I love my lips. I love my teeth. I love my skin. Oh, your eyes are so gorgeous. Smile at yourself. Look in the mirror and spend 1 minute of the day at smiling at you and being thankful and really proud of yourself. Give yourself that love because you deserve it. I'm sure you have been through a lot of trials and tribulations and challenges, and you've probably been through the wars, and that has affected you and your self-esteem and your confidence. But you have the power to change. No matter what has happened to you in that past, it might have been out of your control, but you have the control over your thoughts. You always have control over your thoughts, and that's your power. And understanding your uniqueness. Your uniqueness is where you will start to feel confident. You have a uniqueness. You're a divine created person here on this earth for a purpose, for a goal. And just start believing in yourself. You can do anything. You can achieve anything, and you can be anything, but you have to start by telling yourself that. You need to start affirming in the morning who you want to be. Affirm it as if you already are that person, and speak to yourself with self-love. Also, don't forget to nourish the body. Give yourself the things that is going to make you feel good. Your diet is so important. What you're feeding yourself is what you're going to become. You want to give yourself good, nutritious food and a lot of water, because I always say that we are water. And just look after yourself. But it all comes down with your words. You don't even realize sometimes you're in autopilot how you're speaking about yourself. And just acknowledging that will really help your self-confidence and for you to believe in yourself. I hope this has been helpful. And for 21 days, why not go on and do a meditation on self-love? You will find these on YouTube. You will find these on podcasts. And if not, just write out affirmations for 21 days. Write them physically on paper. 21 days. Do 21 affirmations about yourself. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am purposeful. I am a creator. I am an amazing mother. I am an amazing father. I am an amazing daughter. Affirm who you are and write those out for 21 days. 21 affirmations for 21 days. And when you write them, feel them and believe in yourself again. I hope this has been useful. I'm so empowered to talk about this, because you're all just self-doubting. Stop self-doubting. You have everything that you need inside of you. You just need to do a little inner work. Meditate, affirm who you are, nourish your body, and start talking to yourself like you love yourself, because you should love yourself. Think of everything you've overcome and everything you've done and everything that's ahead of you. You can do anything, and thank you again. Be unique, love yourself, hug yourself, look after yourself, and you can't love others if you can't love you. Thank you.